Oh, right?
Why too dark?
My husband, we're actually matching today. Look at him. Wow. Alright, well, should we just get started?
Let's just get started.
Okay.
These aren't even in the picture.
There we go. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to another episode of the LegacyKnitz podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I am the daughter mother.
Grandmother, mother. Wrong order. Mother,
grandmother.
grandmother.
And we are both coming to you from Connecticut today. And
In our lovely dining room.
in the dining room and eating some emergency snacks, drinking some morning coffee. Do you want to talk about the snacks? Since
Let's talk about the snacks because I made them. So like 2 years ago, I said to Jacob, what do you want for a birthday? Because we are celebrating birthdays, the boys' birthdays, which is so fun. And because he's probably my one with the strictest around his, but you all have your own like stuff around it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing healthy about these. I think it's just the oatmeal piece.
Yeah.
But they're peanut butter, oatmeal, chocolate chip, chocolate chunk.
Yeah, and
Like
then
anything
these
chocolate.
ones are oatmeal raisinette.
Yeah, I didn't know you brought those in.
Yeah,
Oatmeal, just basic oatmeal cookie with chocolate covered raisins.
those are my favorite.
And I think I added some more chocolate bits to that.
You did.
too.
There's chocolate chunks in there as well.
Yeah, I had a lot of chocolate chunks laying around.
She got rid of them real fast.
I got rid of them all. No, there's more because I bought more in case I needed more cookies. There's 4 boxes of cookies. In there.
Massive. I'll take footage.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
4. Last Sunday I decided I would bake for you guys. I just said to Kristen as I was delivering their egg sandwiches, like I'm a feeder. I am such a feeder. Like when people are coming, I'm gonna feed you. I'm not gonna provide you with a drink. If you just pop in, I'm gonna totally forget to offer you a water or a coffee.
You know what? You win some, you lose some.
I know.
I'd rather have food over
rather
water.
have food.
Yeah.
So I made coffee brownies that are in there.
Yes, you did.
So
And regular chocolate chip cookies.
And regular chocolate chip. And they're all going home with you.
Well,
I figure between the two of you,
Yes.
Justin has no. I figured the chocolate chips would be gone.
I don't know what's happening. I'm a little concerned.
I would be too, because I was like, I thought, when you first got here and he kept wandering around waiting for Benny and Kristen, I was like, he's in there eating every single cookie.
He's a cookie monster.
He eats. When you guys lived here, we've talked about it. He would leave in the morning with a stack as big as his hand could go of chocolate chip cookies.
He loves cookies.
So yeah,
That's his weakness. Like, he doesn't really indulge in much else.
No.
But he loves cookies.
loves cookies.
Loves them.
So yeah, so I made a ton of stuff last Sunday. I'm so glad I did because the week flew by and I was like, if I don't do it today,
It's not getting done.
it's not getting done. And I enjoy it. It's not like I do it because I feel like I have to. I really love to bake.
Right.
So there they sit.
I'll probably at least have one before the end.
I'm
of this
obsessed
podcast.
with the peanut butter ones.
Me too. Although something about chocolate covered raisins has my heart.
I know. Usually those are my choice. Maybe I'll have one of those because they have oatmeal. This morning, that's breakfast.
Breakfast.
Just like that. We've covered every food group.
Well balanced meal.
Sugar,
Raisin
sugar,
is fruit.
sugar, and oatmeal.
So bad. It's like Elf.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Candy
I wish
cane, candy corn,
candy
something in syrup.
and syrup.
Yeah.
We have a colorway that color.
4 main
and
food
I've
groups.
Done that in forever.
Yeah.
I wish I was sitting here knitting, but I'm on the short rows and I forgot to bring in the pattern where I could check them off. And I am so close. It hurts.
Well, and you wouldn't want to start doing them and then accidentally mess up and have to tink back at this point.
Oh, at this point, no, because I have about 6 rows left.
Right.
And this sweater, which is gorgeous, is done.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait to see it done.
Yeah. So yeah, so we're here celebrating the boys' birthdays. Jacob's just went by, Valentine's Day. I talk about it all the time. I love it. Benny's is coming up, but we won't see him. He will be in Utah skiing. And it just worked out.
Yeah, and it's actually great because Justin's family is also having a large get-together with extended family today. So we're going to be able to see all of them in the same spot, which is great because that doesn't often happen during the regular year. For us, I mean, I'm sure they do it because they all live down in Connecticut. But
Yeah,
obviously
when
we're
you're
up in
home.
Vermont.
Yeah. Lily has been a perfect angel.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
She has. She could have cried from the minute she got here and still crying, and I would still say that.
I know.
So take it for what it is.
Yes,
But
yes.
oh my gosh, she's so smiley and really seems to know us, which is so
Totally.
cool. Like beams and comes up to me, and oh my gosh, it's getting harder and harder.
I know. Oh, she loves it so much.
I know, she's such a sweet girl.
She has like new toys here to play with.
We have special Grammy toys. She walked around with her push toy this morning, and I knew right as I was walking by those stairs, I'm like,
This is it. It's a trap. She found them.
she put that push toy down and went right for the stairs.
She is fascinated with stairs, and she can
Yes.
climb them pretty well, but
Yes. Ours are not at the heart of the house like yours are. Like ours are at, like most people, yours are at your front door, but we don't use our front door. We use our back door.
right.
So they're not super noticeable. Like you have to
No.
look for them
Totally.
when you're little.
Totally.
So I know Camden recently has, and he's bigger,
I don't know,
but
yeah.
he's discovered we have an upstairs, and he loves being upstairs. It's
fun.
adorable.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's adorable.
So yeah, that was our morning.
Yeah.
We didn't do too much. I have been knitting on my no-frill sweater.
Talk about it.
You guys, I have had such a roller coaster of emotion with this project. First, I caked up my mohair and my cozy toes together.
Which was brilliant. Not
Yeah, literally, I was like, I'm a genius. You all can learn from
nobody
me.
else has ever thought
I
of
was
this.
like, you're welcome, world. And very quickly, actually, Kara from the Nice and Knit Girls,
Was she the one that said something?
she messaged me the very same day that I put that out, and she was like, oh, I had the worst experience with that. I tried it, and this happened. And literally, I was like, oh my God. But I did notice as I was caking them up that the tensions were different. So I held the mohair a little bit tighter.
Oh, okay.
Thinking, and so that's why I said to her, I was like, ooh, I hope it doesn't happen, because I noticed that there was some slack when I was caking it. So I pulled the tension tighter. I think I should be okay. No, don't do it. Head over to my Instagram. You'll see all the details written out, but don't do it. It's not worth it. That being said, I'm making it work. What I'm doing, and it's actually good that I'm saying it here because it would have been hard to communicate out via Instagram. So what I'm doing is when I get, and of course I have the other ball in this stupid bag and it keeps clinging to it. Mohair, people, oh my God, it's beautiful, but ooh, it's frustrating to work with.
It's because it grabs onto everything. And in a sense, that's saving you right now, though. That
It is.
fact.
It is. So what's happening is, see all that slack there. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. You might not.
I think they can.
I'll get some footage, some
I
close-up
can't even
footage.
see it. I think they
I
can.
know.
I can barely see myself up there.
So yes, there a whole bunch of slack ends up happening because of, I don't know, the elasticity of the yarn, the different weights of the yarn. I'm not sure. Regardless, it's happening. So as I'm knitting it, what I'm doing is essentially just pushing the slack down, pulling more, pushing the slack down, pulling more. And when it becomes too much slack, because inevitably it does become a much larger ball of mohair, is I pull it like this, so that all the slack is like this. I snip it, and then I knit, you know, until about here, so that I have that slack there, and then I pick it up here. It's so hard to explain, and I feel like I'm doing a very poor job of it right
you've
now.
kind of done it. You basically just snip it.
Yep, and exactly, I snip it. And so I basically what's happening is I just have these tails here that I'm gonna have to weave in at the end, which doesn't bother me because, like you said, it clings to everything. So I know it will stay when I weave them in.
I almost think, and I know people can yell at me and say, no, don't do that, but this is what I would do. I would tie it. I would snug it up against that stitch.
You wouldn't weave them in?
And then I'd weave them in.
Oh, yeah,
I would do
yeah,
that
yeah.
first, though.
Yeah, to make sure. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
I would just, it's
'Cause it's
probably
lacy.
like, no.
No, but
but-
that's smart, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Because it's very not noticeable. So that's how I'm working around it, because I have two balls caked up, and I didn't want to cake up.
You have two balls? I didn't know you had two balls.
Yes.
Oh, you went all out.
Well, not all out, because I still have the third skeins.
Yeah.
Which I'm still not convinced that I'm going to need.
I think they tell you way too much yarn.
Well, which is the reason that I'm plugging through this. And it's not the worst, it's not the best.
It's so pretty.
Thank you.
Show it up. I wish you could show it up close. Either that or take a picture, because the little brown bits, which are the T for me. So it's T for 2 or 2 for T. Every label I do different. every label because I have no idea what the name is. So
Totally fine.
sometimes I start with a 2 and sometimes I start with a T. I don't care.
They're both the same. So if you get
Yes.
one with wrong labels
Yeah, you
or
could get
different
two
labels,
That's both the same. But the little, oh my gosh, that colorway is so antique.
I love it.
It's so, I love that about our new colorways.
So yes, I'll take some other footage and put it in here so you can see it close up. But it is, I think the sizing is going to be perfect.
Oh my gosh,
the drape is really pretty.
beautiful.
But let's talk about the more frustrating issue at hand.
Forgot.
Because as if this wasn't frustrating enough, roller coaster of emotion, hopping back on. So I feel like David and Alexis when I do that, hopping back on.
We love
Watch
David.
Schitt's Creek.
I already gave that gift to my Periscope people.
Watch it, people. It's so good. David and Alexis are hilarious together. I always do. Oh.
No, but David and Stevie are my favorite.
I'm so over Stevie.
You are Stevie. I love her subtle little,
Yeah.
You don't like her.
Yeah.
She's
She's just so peripheral. Like, she doesn't really do anything for the storyline.
She doesn't do a lot, but her little side snarkiness.
It is at
Some
the
of
beginning, I really
comments-
liked her.
Yes. Some of the comments have. We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah, watch Schitt's Creek, but that was the whole reference. So, hopping back on the roller coaster of emotion, I was knitting on this for about an hour on the drive, the 4-hour drive down yesterday. And during that hour, I noticed my eyes were really, really itchy, and I was really sneezy, and my face was so itchy.
And I got a text saying, "Do you have any Visine?
Yeah.
My eyes hurt.
My
I need
allergies are
some."
awful.
And my allergies are terrible. And I'm like, wow, how did that shift so quickly? Like, you're in the car.
And then I put my sweater down for the final 45 minutes to an hour. Got here. I was like, oh yeah, I don't need the Visine. I think I just adjusted pretty well. Then last night, I was knitting on it.
And it
Oh, my eyes are
started.
just itchy again. I know. I'm so
I didn't even put
sneezy.
2 and 2 together.
So sneezy. My face is so itchy. My neck is so itchy. I think I'm allergic to mohair.
We're going to find out. And you know what? A Claritin is available whenever.
I'm slightly devastated, but also slightly optimistic that that's not the case. I'm hoping there is some other little thing going on.
Yeah.
So I fear that I'm going to knit this and suffer through it, both internally, externally. But really, the actual knitting part is so... It's my favorite kind of knitting.
People are loving mohair so much. We have a lot too. I think if I didn't restock the shop, I am next week, but I did for the Vermont. It flies. It's just such a great add-on. And the nice part is like that sweater would be beautiful without it.
It totally would.
Because let's be honest, mohair adds a significant price tag to it. A sweater.
Totally.
A sweater.
Totally.
But I'm pretty much obsessed with it myself. Like wishing on what I'm working on that I had to have mohair. The vanilla bean base.
But you know what? I think because you are doing your weekender with mohair.
Yes,
So you
and
want
that
to
should
do
be enough.
everything
Yes.
in mohair because I feel like what happens on mohair isn't the thing anymore.
I know, and that happens. That does happen. I feel like it's here to stay for a while.
I do too. I totally
really
do too.
Because it's such a dreamy look. And okay, just so you know, the Must Love Yarn girls are doing a fuzzy along.
I'm so behind on podcasts. I can't even talk about it.
I'm really behind. I've missed a lot, but I just happened to throw that on yesterday while I was waiting for you guys to get here, and I think they talked about it last week. What I do is my newest thing is watching 20 minutes of a podcast, and that's it. And then I don't go back to it.
Okay.
Just because I forget
Little
or I
snippets.
had 20 minutes. But they are doing, just so you all know, they're doing a fuzzy along. So check that out.
And is that just like knitting with mohair? Is
Knitting
that
with
what they're
mohair,
Okay.
yeah. And I don't think it has to be, I think it can be anything. I don't think it has to be a sweater.
Ooh.
Don't quote me ever. Sorry, ladies.
I will put a link in the show notes to their recent episode so you can go watch it and figure out all the details.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, mohair, roller coaster of emotion.
Mohair don't care.
Mohair, don't care, even though I do care.
I know. I will be so sad for you because this sweater screams you.
I know. I feel like I would just love,
Screams.
and the warmth that mohair. But see, this is what gives me the glimmer of hope. I knit, and
My eyes
actually,
are starting to itch.
no, stop it. Mom's allergic too.
Yeah, I've been working on it forever.
Because I knit, and Kristen was the one that pointed this out this morning. I knit
Yes.
Lily's bonnet with mohair, and I knit my Kobu cat with mohair, and I didn't have this issue. And I've worn my Kobu cat, and I didn't have this issue. So that's my glimmer of hope.
There's hope. I feel like
Something else is happening right now.
I thought there was a creature out there.
There's a lot of beautiful birds in that tree.
Is there right now?
There was right before we started filming.
Probably little chickadees.
Isn't there always a nest in that tree?
In the spring.
Yeah.
We always have a robin's nest right on the top. That tree is ridiculous.
It's very
It's a
funny.
weeping cherry that we planted too close to the house.
So now it's like stunted on one side.
I've
and
never
overgrown
seen
on
a
the
weeping cherry with a circumference on the. It's
It looks like, oh my gosh, like a bowl cut, like a really aggressive bowl cut.
because we have to. It's. I do see a bird in there.
Yeah.
It's a robin.
Oh, maybe they're building a nest for the
Is it?
spring.
No. It's sorry.
I saw the red
It's either
breast.
a male cardinal.
No, male cardinals are red.
Oh, a female. It's got a orangey or a bluebird of some sort.
Wait, why wouldn't that be a robin?
Because it's not their color of a robin.
It's not?
No.
I thought they were red-breasted.
Yeah, but listen to us. We'll cut this out. I think it's supposed to be brown, and it's not. It's very gray blue.
Oh. Maybe if females are a different color, or males are.
Oh, it fell to the ground.
You just reminded me of Moira.
I could be Moira. I love Moira.
It fell to the ground.
It fell to the ground. Oh, it's all gone now. Sorry. It is the best show in the whole
The best
wide
show.
world.
We love it. I am watching it all over again. I watched all 4 seasons, and even the start of the 5th season.
Yes, and I don't know. I feel like, I don't know why Tracy and Jody are so in my head when it comes to Schitt's Creek.
Oh, I feel like they'd love it.
They would love it, and I
they would
feel
love
like
it.
they have to know about it. Let us know, ladies, if
Yeah,
you're
because
watching.
it's a Canadian
It's
show.
a Canadian show, so I feel like they would be in tune with it. But they've never talked about it, and I would think that would be. So, guys, oh, the bird is back. Look at me. I'm like a.
I'm just picturing. Oh my god, I could talk about Schitt's Creek this
Me too.
entire time, so
Me
I'm not
too.
going to because it's going to be really
Really
annoying to
annoying.
everybody.
But yeah, it's a Canadian show. It's
So good. Daniel Levy, Eugene Levy,
and his daughter Twyla.
yeah, I don't know her name though.
She's a waitress.
And I don't even remember what's Moira's real name.
Oh,
Really?
Kathy Harris? No. I don't know. Okay,
So,
we're back.
That's one of my works in progress. That was a really long way around it, but that's one of my works in progress.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Go ahead.
It's also worth mentioning, I forgot all the technical stuff
Yes,
besides
I was
to
just
this.
going to think that.
So I'm knitting this. I went up 2 needle sizes for the ribbing, so I'm using US 5s, and I went up 1 needle size for the body. I'm using US 7. So the pattern calls for US 3s, US 6s. I went up because I am a tighter knitter and I wanted to get the correct fabric. Did I take a gauge swatch? Nope. But I think this did the trick.
We don't need gauge swatches.
No. And I'm using Hiya Sharp interchangeables. Which,
One of each.
Yeah. So Mom noticed yesterday that one is much duller than the other, and I hadn't even noticed. I think one of them are just regular Hiya, and one of them is a Hiya Sharp. And I never noticed.
We are so unconventional. I've always been this way with anything I do. I'm not a rule follower.
No, me neither. I'm just
but
good at it.
The weirdest part is it always comes out right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look at what I got on my needle.
I know.
Oh, shoot, I was going to say something else. Oh, and I'm knitting the small size for anybody that is curious. So not the extra small, the small. So the second one in on the stitch count.
Which I'm curious. I am curious if you're getting gauged. That would be an interesting experiment.
It would be a dang miracle.
Dang miracle. I know, I think you are.
It looks like it.
I'm not going to say it. I'll jinx myself.
Don't say it. Okay, well, what are you working on?
All right.
over there?
Well, oh my gosh.
You alluded to it earlier.
I
but-
resurrected. It's really bad. And I'm mid-row. And the reason I'm mid-row is because they're short rows.
Mhm.
My goal last night was to get this collar off, to be done. To be done. and I needed to cake up another ball. This is really infuriating because I have about 8 rows left. Now, having said this, this will not be a typical problem because it's a fade. I didn't fade, which I love it unfaded, but I also want to fade it. So it was weird. One day it hit me that I have all these beautiful sweaters, 3/4 done. It's ridiculous.
You do have quite a few.
Talked about it too much. And I found this in my Tecumseh and I pulled them out, and seeing them again for the first time, I realized they were beautiful. I'd gotten sick of them. This is me. And a lot of times it's because I want to see how our yarn is working up, and I want to.
And instead of doing a swatch, you do a sweater.
It would be so much easier to do a swatch. That just doesn't sound.
No, it's not
how I
fun.
roll.
No.
It's not how I roll. So, anyways, it is the Comfort Fade Cardi. I think I said that right, by Andrea Mowry. It is. Oh my gosh, I'm enjoying this so much. I could cast another one on right away as a fade. I would love, but I don't want that fade. I want that beautiful, like kind of what yours is going to be. I really just want to do the same one. Very beautiful, subtle, nothing like, oh my God, there's so many colors in that, which some fades are that way, some aren't. I want it to be a true fade, true fade. It is gorgeous. So what I did is I used elephant ears. It's going to be a little hard to show. First of all, let's talk about that shawl collar and the short rows. Oh my gosh.
Obsessed. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
And I think I said to you, I'm not a big short rows girl.
Meaning you don't like them, or they're just like weird mentally
usually they're just for the back of a sweater, so it's not really distinct, which you don't want it to be. Or I've always thought, as a designer, it must be so hard to figure out where you're putting short rows. All of a sudden I totally get short rows because of this. It's a perfect illustration. It's a lot of short rows, and it creates this beautiful shawl collar. Beautiful.
When you look up close, again, I'll get footage, you can see the shaping really take place.
Exactly. And I think that's what has been so helpful for me. So it is stunningly gorgeous. It is elephant ears on our DK weight. I did a cuff sleeve instead of you just kept going.
Yeah, it's basically just knit all the way down, which it's not super, like, that's never something that I look at when I look at a pattern.
No.
Like, what does the sleeve cuff look like? But
yeah, and I didn't think I liked it. Now, when I try this on, I'm going to make a decision about these. Like, I can pull them back easily, or I might make them a little longer. God knows I have plenty of yarn. Anyways, so I'll be curious how I feel about the sleeves.
Me too.
It's just beautiful. There are a few, little gaps where I have to pull it in and that kind of stuff, where when you pick up some stitches, but oh my, I'm just looking at it like this. Like, it's just
look at how beautiful
it's just so beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. It was knit top down, and I also love the knit side. I could have been very tempted to keep it. I feel like they're just looking at a crumpled bunch of fabric. So this is the
Look
sweater.
at the sweater.
Isn't it beautiful? No, I'm going to finish it today or tomorrow. We keep laughing about that. We're all like, yeah, we're finishing this tomorrow. And we're like 3 weeks later. Anyways, you know me, I made the 2 extra large.
It looks like it's going to fit perfect.
It is.
Listen, you do it because it works, not because you just want to do it.
I am solid in a knit pattern, a 2 extra large, according to my gauge.
Yeah.
I mean, when I buy shirts, I buy extra large because they're not extra large, and they fit me how I want them to fit me. I think they're sized totally badly. And I think it speaks to how bad the sizing industry, or whatever you call that, is. But anyways, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love knitting on it. I really, really have enjoyed it.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
I think it's going to be like such a good go-to to like just throw out when you're cold. Or...
I think this spring it's going to be, I hope when I actually put it on, I like it on.
Well, and you still have blocking to do.
Yes, but I do get nervous because I've loved it so much, and I want it, to be how I've envisioned it in my head. I want it to be this super cozy. I mean, the button band, which isn't a button band, which you can't really see, is 3 inches. 3 inches probably, and I still have a little ways to go.
You do, yeah.
So, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm anxious to see after I put in all this work how it's gonna fit.
Yeah. And what needles are you using?
I am using, oh my gosh,
Knitter's Pride Things.
Knitter's Pride Things. I have a mental block.
That's okay.
Knitter's Pride Things interchangeables, which I bought and I am in love with. We'll talk about that later. We have quite a bit of stuff to show.
We
at
do.
the end, which we typically don't.
I feel like it's been years since.
Yeah, I feel like just there's some really fun things that we bought. So anyways, this sweater is going to be done, I would say by the end of the weekend for sure.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
Yeah, I would be too. And oh, I meant to bring in the Granny Square Afghan I'm working on because I've got to pick that up again because it's a gift.
If you want.
Maybe we'll save it for next time.
Okay.
Because I feel like we have a lot.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's sweater number 1. I feel like after I finish, I feel like I want to do my weekender next to completion.
Okay.
And then I might pick up the Tecumseh again.
I was just going to ask you where that falls in line.
I love it. I love it. I'm a little nervous how it's going to fit me, how it's going to look on me. I don't know if it's going to be a look that I like.
Well,
but I love it. And you know what, honestly, I love the knit, so I don't care.
Totally.
I am such a producer.
But it's also a top down, so if you wanted it to be super long, you could knit it super long.
I could. And I think I will play with that.
You could even do like a split hem, because I know you really like that.
I love a split hem.
Like you could really customize it so that it is something that you love to wear.
Forget I have the power to do that.
You have so much power. All of it.
So much power. Yeah. So I'm going to show you up close what I'm using for this, so you can see it, because we are in love with our tonals again. In love, and I can't believe I haven't had them in the shop for so long. I'm not thinking that's showing up good at all. But it's elephant ears. Oh my gosh, it's so subtle. It's so pretty. I did alternate skeins. I do think that's important. Not on the sleeves, not on the sleeves, not on the ribbing. Like that's where I cut myself slack.
Well, because there's nothing really...
No. And honestly, I don't know why I have the magical power of them looking...
Yeah, they're pretty consistent.
They're pretty consistent, but having said that, I don't risk it anymore. I just don't like to. Also, I believe I will be pulling out my branches and buds because I have a half a sleeve on that one, sweater to finish.
When you said pulling out...
Oh, no.
I thought you meant frogging it, and my heart fell to my butt.
No.
Oh,
right down.
My gosh.
No, I think that's going to be my next goal. It is ridiculous that I'm a knitter and I don't look like a knitter. It's ridiculous.
But you said before, like you're dyeing all day long and you don't want to ruin those sweaters. But when you're done dyeing at the end of the day, to just like put a little t-shirt on, put a sweater on, and cozy in for the night, like that's something that I think you'd like.
I would love that, and I do have commitments outside of the house at night, a couple nights a week that. And it's funny, I just had a conversation with someone that I know at one of these commitments, and she's like, I'm a huge knitter. Every week she shows up with a different scarf. I'm like, oh, I knit like 24 hours a day, and I dye yarn. I have my own business, blah, blah, blah. She must be like, you're a liar. Right. You're a liar. You show up in flannel and jeans. Every once in a while, if you can see, I always have socks on, but who's looking?
Right. No one's like, hey, look at my...
I love having dinners around this table.
It is really fun.
We had Mexican last night. That was so fun.
It was delicious.
So fun.
Okay. So you just talked about your comfort fade.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about my comfort fade. It's in my... What bag is this?
Madder Root.
My Madder Root bag.
That's unusual that I know something.
I know. For some reason, the name of these bags it's never stuck with me.
I love them.
Me too. I think this project will quickly outgrow it.
It's going to outgrow it because mine is outgrowing... this can't even fit. I use Amy Beth's Fat Squirrel.
I think that's what it'll have to.
Her sweater, you guys, her sweater.
Well, I'm using one of her bags for my...
That's what I'm using for my weekender, and I'm like, oh my god, her fabric is gorgeous. And it's outgrown it. I'm gonna, wait till you see all that.
Sandy. All right. So
I feel like we're all over the map.
we're all over the map today.
We're all over
kind
the
of
map,
are.
sorry.
It's all right. We're just a little bit all over the map for today.
It's just when everyone is here and there's...
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, we're here.
So
There's
there's very little to show you.
Could that not have a better name?
Oh, it's absolutely perfect. Buttercream frosting. If this isn't buttercream frosting, then
Nothing
I don't know what
is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. So I started it. It's like a big smile.
You
and
love that knit.
yes, I am so excited to keep going with it. And you know what I realized as I started it? I'm essentially knitting the exact same sweater. One's a cardigan, one's a pullover.
That top down.
Yeah. Which I love, and it's making it really easy because sometimes when I knit more than one sweater or more than one shawl, and there are different increases or there are different, I really have to go dive back into the pattern before I start knitting on it again. And with this, it's exactly the same. So I'm good to go.
Yeah.
But
I cannot wait. I'm gonna want this one so bad.
oh, I wonder, look at this. There are the matches.
You are your mother's daughter, so you poor thing.
Here's the regular Haya and here's the sharp. It's basically just like I'm literally knitting them all together cohesively. Anyway, so I'm knitting this with, and I think I showed my fade last time, but I hadn't done anything
I cannot
with it.
wait till you start fading it. You might have to work on that today.
I think I should, especially given my issues with the mowing.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Isn't this so much?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's so subtle.
And I'll take separate footage of this because I know it's going to be difficult to see. Buttercream frosting, wedding cake, and then...
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's jaw-dropping because I cannot wait till you do that. Oh
I know.
My gosh.
And then antique lace. Again, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see. And then worn leather. And that's going to be my fade. And this is going to be the top. So the buttercream frosting, obviously, because it's being knit
Which
top
would be
down.
my choice, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just so super excited about it. I realized I'm a serial monogamous knitter.
Sound like Dax.
Serial monogamous knitter because like with that, I know I should be working on this to get more progress, but I just want to work on this. And it's a lot like my turtle dove, although I've abandoned it and now I don't know when I'm gonna go back.
You're going to, have you split for the sleeves yet?
Oh, I'm like done.
So you're just knitting.
I'm on the rib. I've already done the back rib. I just need to do the front rib and the sleeves.
Oh, you will. I'll force that.
But I feel like I hear Molly's voice in my head because I was chatting with her and she was like, I'm going to be just like your grandmother and say, don't cast another one on until you finish that turtle done. And I was like, Molly, I know.
This right here, when Graham comes later, we won't expose any of this. No, it's bad.
But there is something to be said for it because now I feel like it's going to be months before I pick it up because I'm going to want to finish this and then I'm going to get into a momentum with this.
But you know what the problem is, and I'm sure a lot of podcasters run into this, and this was my problem this week because I knew, we thought we would try to podcast this week and we never know for sure, but our goal was, and I wanted to just knit on that sweater. I'm like, but we're podcasting, we need more stuff. So that is definitely a piece of it subliminally for me. It's like, but that is why I don't own any hand. I do. I have really old ones that I don't like anymore or don't want anymore.
Right. You want some more. Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's beginning. Bless you.
I wasn't even knitting.
I know. But that is the drawback for me, is I want to have a lot to show. And the other thing is, if I'm not in the mood, and this is my thing, like when someone says, I'm not in the mood to knit, so I'm not. It's like, well, I'm never going to waste time like that. I'm going to go on to something I want to work on.
Right.
If I'm tired of working on that, I'm going to pick up something that will bring me joy and why I want to knit it. So that is another reason for me, is because if I was sick to death of that, I would sit and stare into space.
Right.
I would never sit and stare into space.
No.
I would, but not very often.
I do, probably once every couple months. I just sit down and I'm like...
Yeah, like at night, I'm an obsessive puzzle builder.
You are. That is definitely something. It brings you joy, though.
It does.
You love it.
It's the rhythm. On my iPad. I haven't built one in a couple days because you guys were coming. I was busy.
Very busy.
So yeah.
All right, well that's my other there really wasn't much to talk about because I haven't gotten far, but well,
I don't know if I worked on this too much. I can't remember.
I can't remember either. Oh, I have to talk about my other sweater that I brought to review it.
I have no idea where I hope I marked something. So pretty. My weekender. Oh, this is inside out.
Oh, that's right.
My weekender that I am enjoying. It's a beautiful, fun knit. I know it's every other row you slip. I don't know.
This will be another one we don't see for another year.
No, I want to work on this.
Yeah,
I do. So I'm using antique lace with our delicious buttercream. Buttercream, I think, is one of my favorite new colors.
So pretty.
Combining easy knit, round and round and round. I'm a little nervous about the size, but I say that every time that it fits me perfect.
You think she big?
Let's face it, I have magical powers.
You do have magical powers.
Yeah, because I made a large size. I don't know why I do. I don't even. I just like go, oh, that one there. I think I'll try that
Sounds
one.
right. I know. See,
That's
I'm trying to get better
literally-
at noticing patterns when it comes to sweaters. So like DK Whip sweaters, like I've noticed that I get the best fabric when I use size 5s and size 7s, and
I think that's happening unconsciously,
yeah.
unconscious.
when I'm sleeping at night is happening.
Oh my God, I feel like my brain is mush. We went to bed late, 10:30.
Oh no, we were down here till 11 at least.
11,
Yeah, it was
and then
late.
I'm reading this hideous book. So disturbing. Couldn't put it down.
I was gonna say, but it didn't stop you.
I probably read till midnight. Then I panicked that I left candles on. Like, because I had one in the bathroom and one in here. And I do that. I have to, when I blow out a candle, I have to be very present and say, I am blowing out this candle so that I register it.
Yeah.
I can't do it like haphazardly.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I did in the bathroom. I'm like, I know I did. But I started to be like, oh my God.
Did I actually?
Did I really? And I do not like to come downstairs when it's dark. And
After you've gone up.
after I've gone up, I don't wander
There's
around.
something weird about it.
Yeah.
I always feel funny when I do that too.
I never do,
Yeah.
never do. And I had to force myself because
Mhm.
Dad was sleeping. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got to go check. And then I went back and kept reading. So I stayed up late last night.
I don't know you're awake.
I don't either. And then I got up super early because I heard you guys. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're here for such a short amount of time. I need to stare at Lily every second she's awake.
Yes. Yeah.
So there.
So
What
there
else
it
are you
is.
working on?
Well, I haven't worked on it for a while, but I know I've worked on it a little bit since our last podcast.
These kits, so many people have purchased. It's so
I'm in
beautiful.
the middle of a row.
Oh darn
Of
it, it's all
course.
right.
Oh, but you know what? I'm right towards the end, so maybe I'll just knit on a little bit. They did sell. You guys gobbled up these kits when I listed them after the last podcast.
It's so summery.
So this is called the Purlbreak. What?
What?
Oh, I thought you said something.
No, I said I love it.
Oh, thank you.
What?
Okay, so this is the Purlbreak Shawl by Stephen West. It's a super great pattern if you love garter stitch, like I love garter stitch.
I do too.
I consider Stephen the king of garter. And
Andrea Mowry kind of is getting there too.
with her shawls.
I feel like, yeah, well, I think of this shawl collar as all garter and I love it.
Oh, totally.
So maybe
Totally,
she's
totally.
not, maybe it's just a sweater.
It's just what you're working on.
That's what I'm working on at the moment.
So yeah, and I did dye up a bunch of kits for these. You guys gobbled them up. I will dye them again, but likely not until after the Must Love Yarn retreat.
Are we gonna bring some there?
I would like to, yes.
Yeah, I would like to bring some there. I didn't
Yeah.
know your yarn supply.
Yep,
Because
I
it's
just got
right
a new-
around the corner. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I should
Oh
be
yeah, I
working
know.
right now.
I just got a new delivery. I'll dye those next week. But yeah, it's super fun. I'm really enjoying it. I'm using Knitter's Pride Zing interchangeables.
Awesome.
I'm using US size 5, which is what the pattern called for, I think.
That sounds right.
It's going to be massive because I think I need
So pretty.
48 contrasting stripes, and I'm maybe halfway. Halfway. It's going to be so big.
Halfway the entire thing.
Yeah. It's going to be double the...
It's so pretty.
I just feel like I'm going to need a like 90-inch cord.
You can use a connector, you know. I tried that.
But do knitters private ones have them?
These do, Zings. Yes,
they do.
Because I got one in my kit.
Oh.
And I used it for the shawl collar thinking I'm going to need it, and I didn't need it at all. So it was like huge. It was, but I love the fact that I have that ability to do it. So you can buy
the connectors.
The
Okay,
connectors.
well that will probably be the solution.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the only other work in progress that I have going on, and
I thought I saw that she woke up, but she didn't.
yeah, I thought I saw
I
something.
thought I heard a noise.
I think her foot's moving. Lily's sleeping on her little monitor over there. So that's it. That's the only other project I have, so kind of boring, but.
And I only have one more, because then I feel like I really want to get on to like some of this stuff, because it's really fun. I don't remember if I worked on this. I think I did.
I feel like you did.
So for our Plumpy Along, oh my gosh, I'm bringing so many of these kits. Oh my gosh. I say so many. There's between this and the Pierre shawl.
Yep.
For the retreat. I think I added, or I'm working on this brioche, which again, I can't believe I put it down. Oh my God, this makes me want to work on it.
Mm-hmm. So many of you guys have cast on.
So many people have gotten these kits, and oh my gosh, I love this so much.
I cannot wait to see it done.
I can't, see, I would love to finish this for the retreat, that for the retreat, and the weekender. That's not going to happen.
Oh no.
Sorry.
But if you pick one, I bet you one of them would definitely.
Well, this one will be done.
Definitely be done.
Maybe I'll concentrate on this and then just bring the weekender so people can see it if they'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a weekender sweater kit to send out today.
Yes.
The same as, I think she's probably making a sweater, maybe not. I'm super excited about that. So yeah, Plumpy Along started on Valentine's Day. So many people are excited about that.
I know. Oh my gosh, the Ravelry thread. I went back there before it even started, and so many people are having great conversations about like which shawl, color palettes, and the conversation is fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm excited. So maybe maybe I'll finish the sweater and then go back to this.
Yeah.
Plus I have so much stitching. I have a baby sweater to make. I have a baby shower. I have a wedding shower all in March.
Got a lot going on.
Finding it harder and harder to get gifts made.
Oh, well, you're good that you even try, because
I
don't
know.
even try.
I used to be so good at it, and I love giving them, and these are all super special people that these events are for, so I can't even, it breaks my heart to think that I wouldn't
have
bring
something
them,
handmade.
and they're people that realize that I've done this in the past, so that
how could you
I
not?
have to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't even mean that I want to do it.
Right.
Okay, so I just want to show, because little Miss Kristen, who's here with us today, is, why do I call her little Miss Kristen? Because she's adorable. Anyways, this is the sweater she's going to be making out of Pocket Full of Posies and Buttercream.
Yep, she's casting on
the no frills. So this is probably being cast on today by her. I think it's a beautiful combination.
It's gonna be
I cannot wait to see it.
And she's super excited to be working with Speckle yarn, because right now the sweater that she's finishing is color block, so it's solids, 2 different solid colors. So
this is gonna keep her very like.
Oh my god!
I know.
That color.
I'm so excited. So I'm going to show that, and then the other thing that I spent the week doing, getting ready for the Must Love Yarn retreat, is our tonals, and I forgot how much I love our tonals. I love them so much. So I already did all the cozy and the steel, and I'm going to do a bunch of DK because it is perfect for sweaters.
Sweaters,
Perfect.
large shawls.
Yes. So we have macaroon, elephant ears, and parchment. Parchment. Oh my gosh.
Stunning.
This one, I kind of want to cast on a baby sweater.
Sprout. I've had a caked up skein of that for years, and I am so hesitant to start because I don't know what I want to knit with it, but I love it so much.
I love it. So my goal this week, because I should be finishing up for the retreat early in the week, I would like to get these in the shop on DK weight for sweaters.
Yeah.
But this is a good segue to say we have been doing a lot of special orders.
Yes.
And we welcome special orders for sweaters, and you go through all the emails and you do, and I love how you go back and forth with the person and we send pictures if they need it. That is a service that we are happy to provide. Or say, like we just had someone needing a bunch of elephant ears. So just send us a note. It's easier to do it that way than to put 30 in the shop. And and I like to, like for that one, I think it was 8 skeins. I like to dye them all together.
That's the other thing, is if you are wanting to knit a sweater, instead of just piling up your cart, if you let us know, we'll make sure that they are dyed in the same lot.
Because what I do is, if I downstairs in the shop, which is looking fantastic, well, it's a mess, but it looks fantastic. Like if someone were to order 4 skeins of elephant ears, I pull them all out and I look at the 4 that look the best together. But again, always alternate. But I try to keep DK in stock, undyed, worsted, all of it, so that if an order comes through, they go out really quickly, unless I don't have the base for some reason. Hair always makes me feel like I'm eating it.
Oh my gosh, I know.
So yeah.
So that's all the knitting.
Let's talk about our leather.
Oh my god.
We'll pick it up at the same time.
Oh my gosh, Sandy.
She's wearing her sweater. Oh my god, I want to see it. Oh my god. Do you want to come show them?
So gorgeous. No, it's okay.
Sorry. She doesn't want to come show it. It's perfect.
We'll take a picture or something.
Oh my god.
It's so...
Turn around.
I feel like even the length is perfect, Kristen. I feel like it doesn't need to be.
We'll take a picture and insert it. It's perfect. I love it.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh my god, it's perfect.
It's gorgeous. Okay. Sandy. What's that Sandra G song?
Do this.
Look at, how did we both happen at the same time?
This should be our screenshot.
This will be our screenshot. Sandy by the lakeside, our very good friend,
is the best. This, when I got mine, I was like, oh my god. And then I messaged her. I was like, oh my god, I should have got one. Look at these cards. I should have got one for Chelsea, a black one. Do you have one? And she was like, no. And then she sent one to Vogue Knitting Live for you.
So sweet.
So this is, you know, like double pointed needles and blah, blah, blah. Oh, look.
I know. I love it.
Sandy and I were talking, and I am going to do what she did, like for my planner. It's going to be all of my they're hidden all over the house.
Oh, the micron pens?
I really just want to buy all new and put them in here really nice. Micron pens, I'm a pencil girl, mechanical pencils. It goes beautifully with my traveler's notebook, which I didn't bring in, and I'm kind of sort of using, and I'm really going to need to use. You are really going to need to use. I'm so excited. I'm going to get special inserts for this. We are going on an amazing trip in July, and that traveler's notebook. Because when we went to Italy, I was so mad at myself that I didn't journal. And I didn't take all those tickets and slap them in, and I'm doing that this time. If it kills me, I'm doing it. We're going to Paris and London.
It's going to be such a great trip. You guys are going to have a lot of fun.
I know. I can't wait. So anyways, Sandy by the Lakeside. Oh my gosh. The problem with this and this, it's not a problem. It's a good problem to have. It's so special and so beautiful. I don't want any stains. I don't want
I get
any,
that.
This feels like butter.
Yes,
oh
and there are 2 different types of leather. I use mine nonstop. Like it's my wallet.
I use it. See, I have it in my bag. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They're beautiful. I don't even know if I think these are very much like a special update for her when she makes them. So keep your eyes peeled if you want them. The leather pouches, the leather pencil carriers.
So this goes in that new twig and horn bag that I have with my traveler's journal.
So beautiful. And so she doesn't only do leather. Like she also has the most.
That's my wallet. I have that.
This is your wallet. And see, this is my notions. All of my notions are. This is the only one that I have.
I have one for notions and one for my wallet. And honestly, when I open my bag, like literally, Sandy, I see her every day.
Yeah.
Like plus we talk a lot.
Right.
Or we chat a lot. But
I will put the link to her shop and her podcast.
This is my favorite thing I own, I think.
It's beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna put all of her links down there. Her podcast is wonderful and informative and aesthetically so beautiful. And she has just such a great personality, warm, welcoming. We love her to pieces. Obviously, you can tell that.
I feel like, was she on my Periscope originally? I think she was on, that's how we met her, through the Periscope. I think. I don't remember. It was so long ago, but yeah.
But yeah, those are two. These are the new goodies that we got. We were so excited.
And I got one more. You didn't bring yours, did you?
Darn it! I meant to, because I have the most beautiful embroidery in it right now.
In it. Oh, really loud noise that I enjoy.
We're crinkle fans over here.
I love crinkle. Oh my gosh. So now this is my third or fourth.
I'm kicking myself right now for not
from Joanna. She was so sweet. This is the maker bag. Joanna, just buy this fabric till you can't buy it anymore.
And you got the blue, I got the cream.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm so mad at myself right now.
So I'm not sure. What I do is in my cubes, in my knitting room, which cracks me up, I never sit in there, those beautiful leather chairs that are so comfortable and so dreamy. I look in there, I'm looking because it's right there. I look, like right now, it's beautiful to look at. It's so cozy. Why don't I ever sit in there? It's so bad. But anyways, I have cubicles, or those cubes in there for all, not our yarn, my personal yarn. Yeah. And I line these up with projects. So
and it's for like stitching, embroidery. I think that's specifically what they're made for, but I'm sure you can use it for just about anything. So
typically it fits your pattern and your project, and literally because, well, I'm back to stitching, so I don't have a million projects, but Mania is coming up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
I want to do it.
You should.
There aren't enough hours in my day. It's so frustrating. For
people
people who are bored, which is no one watching this, I wish I could buy their time from them.
Ooh.
That'd be amazing. I'd like to purchase an extra 5 hours.
Oh my God.
I would spend every dime I have on buying time.
Yeah.
That's a new concept.
I'm
trying to figure that out. Anyways, Joanna, you know how much we love you. You're the very best. She sent me a note saying, Sue, the maker bags are going up, because she knows me. Because I constantly, when she has an update, I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot. It's like, oh, it makes me, and she tells me, she's so good to me, I forget. She was like, Sue, just tell me.
And for me, it was totally lucky. Like, I happened to pop on Instagram right when she posted her thing that's saying that she was updating the shop. And she might not even had that many when I went onto her shop, but I saw them and I was like, oh my God, finally, like I can get one.
Yes. And we didn't even know that we both bought one.
No, Mom was like, oh, my package got delivered. I was like, oh, what'd you get? I said, oh, one of those bags from Joanna. And literally, I had just gotten the same notification that mine got delivered.
Because I think we got them the same day.
Hold the phone, yeah. I will try to... I will, because I won't post this until I go home. I will try to remember to put in footage of my bag right now, because
I didn't know yours was different.
Yeah, it's like tan, like a warm tan and white.
So pretty. I think gorgeous. This is better for me as far as dirt.
For sure.
I think.
For sure. But, and she is just a meticulous maker. Like, the quality is out of this world.
She's so
out of this world. Yeah, it's beautiful. I opened it and I really was stunned, because I didn't realize there's like, I don't know if there is or not,
like, but batting.
Yeah, it feels like there's very thin batting in there. It's sturdy.
I love them. And if you're a cross stitcher, it is a game changer. And I like them. I love my knitting project bags, but they're bulky. These literally, if you're a stitcher, you can just line them up on a bookshelf.
Yeah, they're sleek.
It's Raymond just walked by. We have 3 dogs this weekend.
Me too.
They're so good.
But before we go on that tangent, because I just realized we've just been saying Joanna, as if everybody knows who she is. Stitching the High Notes, the podcast, and the online shop. Her name is Joanna. Again, I can say the exact same thing as I said.
Opera Joe.
Yes, Opera Joe on Instagram. As Sandy, her bags are, like I was just saying, amazing. Her aesthetic is beautiful. She puts a lot of time and care into everything that she does. Could not recommend her more.
Same.
So
Kristen's sweater is perfect.
It is perfect. I feel like right now you're like, squirrel,
I know.
Squirrel, dog, Kristen, sweater.
So bad. It's tough.
Raymond's over there. Raymond.
Okay. I have, the last thing I'm going to talk about is amazing, but I do want to talk about this because I am not an interchangeable needle girl.
You are, but you don't have interchangeable sets.
Well, no, I do.
Oh, you do actually.
They're just all in pieces.
Yeah, they're just not really sets anymore.
No. It's so funny because I am the most unorganized, messy maker. I really am.
Yeah.
But I pump it out. I think that's a piece of it because I watch Priscilla and Chelsea, the housewives of cross stitch, and we are very similar, the four of us. Like Chelsea organizes everything for Priscilla, and Priscilla, like I wish I had one of my cross stitch things from the other room that has a project in it. Like Chelsea pulled Priscilla's out last week and it was this clump of yarn. She was like, look at this. And I'm like, I love you, Priscilla. That's me. That is me.
She's your soul sister.
Oh my God. Yeah. Every single, I mean, you saw that pile of stockings in there with thread everywhere, and there's like 6 stockings going at once. But I will finish those 6 stockings.
I was gonna say, it works for you.
It works for me.
For me, I would look at it and be like, I'm done with that.
Yeah, it works, but it does overwhelm me at a certain point. But I think that's why these bags are gonna help me.
Totally.
Or these, whatever. Yeah. But anyway, so for some reason, this case, which I have beautiful like those, but I'm tempted to keep it in here.
She's pointing to
at that.
This is
gorgeous, and I have that, and I may transfer it, but this is keeping me honest. It's like
totally
okay. Like when I finish this sweater, they're going back in here if it kills me. Hold me to that.
I will. Just tell me when you finish this.
I will. It's gonna be while you're here.
Okay.
So
perfect.
I love this. We went to Muscle Up Yarn the last time I was in Vermont a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
No, it really wasn't.
And well, see, this part I'm already a little lax on.
So how do they have you organizing those?
I don't know. I think you just throw them in there.
You put them in there. Okay.
I swear I put that shorty needle in here too. I already lost a 9-incher. I put it somewhere special.
Maybe it's hidden.
So you wouldn't lose it. I don't know. Anyways, I love this. I'm super excited about it. I feel like again when I travel, this is gonna. That's why I want the shorties. When I travel, this case is gonna come with me because I will bring knitting. We are gonna have lots of like train rides, and
it's gonna be like Harry Potter-esque.
We're going there.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a great.
We're not huge travelers. This is huge for us.
That's the thing. So when you do, it's just like super. Like you have to just go all in. Yeah. She's awake.
Okay. I feel like we're so choppy. We'll
I'm gonna make this look beautiful.
We're gonna make it look it.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
This is amazing. This is a drop spindle by Amanda of Classy Squid, one of our Needles Up family members. This is a game changer for spinning. A game changer. Yes, she's bringing them to Needles Up. Maryland. If you go for no other reason.
If you're a spinner.
If you're a spinner.
Yes.
If you're a wannabe spinner, get it. It has changed everything for me. I can actually spin with it dropped. Is she waking up?
She's trying to look at the camera.
Through the slat. Now she's over the top. Okay, we're back. So, Classy Squid, Amanda. I don't know if she has any more in production right now. Go to her website. There are no words for how amazing. And you know I am a Bosworth spindle spinner. I still love them. This overtook it. It overtook it, I have to say. Oh my gosh, I picked it right up. I was able to do it again. This is one of her Rolex. I forgot what it's called, but it's amazing. And I've got a bag of these. It comes with 3, whatever that's called. I don't know. I am one of those, like I just do it. I don't know a lot about it. I just do it. I know how to do it and I do it. So this, you can get top or bottom whirl.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that was hysterical.
She's staring. Lily's staring at us through the slat.
But what she's doing is the slats of the crib are here in her face. She does exactly what the camera is. Okay, let's do this fast.
Okay.
So anyways, you guys, this is amazing. I'm enjoying it so much. I leave it right on my desk. It is the very best. Go. If you're a spindle spinner, you need one. I'm just going to say that. So top and bottom whirl, if that's what it's called. I have a top. Might not be called that, but you know what I mean. This can be either at the top or the bottom.
And you have it at the top. You prefer
I have it at the top. So when you order it, I ordered it at the top.
Mm-hmm.
There are just no words. I love it. I feel like this will go everywhere with me. I do need to get another spindle bag by Stitch by Jessa Lou because I have my Bosworth in one of them. I love this. The end.
The end.
That's it.
I think that's all we have.
Everyone's leaving us.
Yeah. Are you guys going for a hike?
Just gonna go.
Oh,
Going
nice.
for a walk.
Are you bringing Roma?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're bringing the dogs. All right, so I feel like we're done.
I think we are.
We're done.
Should get my needles up.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you to everybody that hung out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, head down and give us a thumbs up or subscribe. That will help us gain exposure on YouTube. I am drip dropping stitches. Yes, okay. It'll help us gain exposure on YouTube to other makers looking for entertainment while they make. So we hope you guys have a lovely week because likely this won't go up until Sunday night. And show notes are in the down bar. What else? I think that's it.
Lily's looking for us.
We gotta go get her.
Gotta go.
All right, everybody. Needles up. Bye.